When I set up this challenge, I looked around. I had a look on like online videos, content, stuff like that, and I couldn't really find any real challenges when it came to Poppy Playtime 1. So there are some achievements and trophies that you can get. So what I decided to do was to actually set my own challenge within the game itself, because there isn't much you can do. So basically, there are trophies and things that you get, like the tape. So I did all those. I made sure I got all those. But then I added to this the fact that if I made a major mistake within the game, I would have to start again. And if I got caught by Huggy, I had to start again. So this is going to be set precedents for all the games I'm going to be doing in the future, and setting challenges, doing the hardest achievement of each challenge itself. So this is basically the footage from that. I have included at the beginning the mistakes I made. And then it goes into the actual gameplay itself. So let me know your comments below. It'd be interesting to know what you think about this, and let me know if you played it yourself.
You are about to see the most incredible doll ever invented. Her name is Poppy, and she is the first truly intelligent doll in the world. A little girl can talk to her. Poppy gives her answers. She is the first doll actually able to have a conversation with a child. Hard to believe? Just watch.
Poppy Playtime!
Poppy's as lovable as a real girl, and she talks like one, too.
Hi, my name is Poppy. I love you. Can you help me polish my shoes?
Why, of course, Poppy. Just like a real girl, Poppy always wants to look her best.
Perfect! Thank you.
Her hair is sturdy and won't come out when you brush it, and smells just like a poppy flower. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Poppy?
I'm a real girl, just like you.
What's the time?
Playtime!
And if you've ever wanted to see how all of the nation's favorite toys were created, Playtime Co. is now offering factory tours at just $2.99 a person. An entire hour in the most magical toy factory on Earth. What are you waiting for? Come visit the factory. We can't...
Okay, so I'm going to be kind of talking through this, commenting as I go. So the first tape you're looking for is this one here, is the green one. We're going to go and put this in a cassette. I'm not really, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to watch the video. I've seen it too many times. The colour you're looking for is on those trains there. So basically that's the first thing you need to do. Grab those colours, which is the green, the pink, yellow and red. That's the code for that. Next tape cassette is here. I'm going to chuck this in there and there. I'm going to skip it, same again. Not much point watching it time and time again. So I'm just going to basically skip on that to grab the hands that you need through the game there. So I'm going to pop over this barrier here and then put my hand on that there, which will open up the door to go into and meet Poppy. Not Poppy, Huggy. Why do I keep saying Poppy? I don't know. So yeah, so this is one of the first things you can get there. Press that button and then let that play. We're going to short that door. We're going to need a key, which we find Huggy's now got, which will then give us access to this room. We're going to this room here. And we're going to have to go around and grab a panel door, open this. And then there's like this diode thing here, or a high voltage thing. You need to make sure you hit both of these red kind of columns here. That brings the power back on. And make way back. into this room here. Now you can see Huggy's disappeared and the hand's back up again, so we can open this door here, which will take us into the hall. And we see, here, this is where we see Huggy again, his hand just disappearing. Why would you want to follow him? I don't know, but that's part of the game. Right, so we're going to make our way down to the corridor here. We're going to go into this warehouse. So you need the orange cassette tape for this one, which as you're going up this stairs here, you're going to need to bring the battery pack for this. There's 4 of these, and now these do have a tendency to move. So as you can see, I found the first 3 really quickly. The tape cassette's just around here. There's the next tape cassette. But the 4th one sometimes can be a little bit tricky to find because it does tend to move. In previous ones they were on that shelf to your left, and then I just thought I'd have a look down there, as well as on the floor behind this bit of racking here, but it wasn't here this time, as you can see. However, it was on the shelf. I tried to grab it at this angle, but it wouldn't let me, so I had to move around a little bit again and grab that there. So making my way back up to the top, we've got the cassette tape. You've got to keep hold of the handle here, which I forgot for a couple of seconds, but no big mistake there. Put a cassette here. Like I said again, I'm not going to sit down and watch the video. I've seen it umpteen times. I want to try and do this as fast as I can. Trying to do, that's one of the achievements. I decided to add it. Let's see how fast I can do it as well. So now we're going to be getting the red hand, which this like grabber thing here is going to grab that red hand and it's going to drop it down for us to grab it here once it comes across. So that's just drop that down and then we'll grab that, put that on. Now we'll make our way over to those doors there. As you can see, there's a red hand, blue hand. Put red hand there, blue hand there, and in a second that door's going to open and then off we go. You have to duck down here. I'm on PC controller, PC, so I'm not using a controller, so I find it a little bit more awkward to use PC. So anyway, when you get down the bottom here, you can't go up those rollers, so you have to find the walkway. So you have to come around here and then press the red one there, drop down, make sure it hits that red hole in the middle, and then come across and hit that one there. If you don't get the right angle, it won't do it right. So suddenly the conveyor comes on and takes us down this corridor here, and basically takes me into now. Well, you come into like this toy room in a second. Here, so in a second, there you go here. These are parts of toys that are dropping down for actually going to the toy room. But as you can see, this one's broken, so we get through here. What we need to do here is we need to turn the power back on. So we're going to go all the way up here, up the stairs, and as you can see, when we go up the stairs, there's the next cassette there, I mean the videotape. So the cassette for this one is here. So that's the cassette tape for that, so you need to grab that. We're going to put our hands on that in a minute. The trick to this one is you need to get this platform in the middle to come across. So we're going to grab that first, if I can just grab it, pull that over, put my hand on there, and then it takes a little bit of knack, unfortunately, so you need to go around the column, and it is the other way, but it's a bit awkward, this bit, trying to grab hold of the panel, as you can see. Unfortunately, because it's the wrong one on the columns, it doesn't give you enough length, so you have to, it's the other way, so it won't let me grab hold of that handle, which is, I don't know what the difference is between the two, but yeah, so making our way back. If I was to do this again, I think this is the only thing I would like maybe redo, would be that bit there. But then I think I tried it on the other ways before, and I think it made any difference. I think every time you do it, it just makes you redo it. So we're going to go back and obviously loop it around this one first, and then around this one second, and then we're going to go through here. And like I said, unless you actually do it at the right angle. It's a bit awkward to get to. Then we're going to make our way down. I'm not going to drop down. I could have dropped down, but I wanted to do the cassette tape and put it in the video here. So I'm not dropping down yet. I'm going to go down here and then just drop this in this video tape. So make our way down now. And the object here now is we've got to basically turn the machine on, which you'll see in a second. There's in the middle of the room here. There's this little red button on this green panel here. Press that, turn that on, and that turns on this machine. And then we're going to start putting these handles on. You need a toy to get out of this room. You'll see that in a second. And let that run. So this takes a couple of minutes to do. It's a shame we can't speed this up a little bit. That would be nice, but unfortunately you do have to wait for the toy to be made on this part here. Look, that machine is literally looking at me. Look, it's looking at me. It's actually following me around the room. If you move around, the eyes follow you. It's quite creepy. Anyway, so yeah, so the toy is being made in that. There you can see the conveyor belt going on the back there. In a second, you should see the toy with like a red laser thing that comes up. Scanning the toy to make sure you can see that the bits and pieces going on the conveyor on the left, and it's banging down now as it's banging them together. You can't really see it well because obviously it looks a bit too low. And then in next, there you go. You can just see the red scan, and then down here comes the toy. There you go. There's the red scan there, scanning to make sure that the toy is together. And here comes the little tiger toy. Down the conveyor belt. Unfortunately, you can't get it any quicker than this. This is as fast as it goes. This is where you're going to have to be a bit more fast paced in a second. So there's the Tigger toy. So you're going to go and drop this on here, and by dropping it on here, it opens this door here. And this way you're going to have to go and run away from Huggy. So I'm not even going to look. So I know Huggy's coming out the door. Huggy's chasing me now, running over. So this is opened up. You go down here, and you're going to see in a second. There's Huggy there, making his way down the vent. You need to follow around to the right here, make your way down. If you're not careful, you can kind of get a little bit lost, and he does get you. So we're going to make our way along here, the corridor, down this ramp. Can't go up there, you need to go this way. This way it gets you because obviously you're just kind of checking things, not sure where it's going to go. And then we're going to make our way over here. There's a bit in a minute where you have to duck just to the left, if not Huggy does get you. You can hear him coming after me. This like you can actually, you do feel anxious once you do this part because it's like, oh my god. And then look, there's Huggy there, and then I was like, oh no, Huggy's gonna get me, and then luckily he came on the conveyor and I just took it again. There, we're going down the conveyor belt still. There's gonna be a bit of a drop here, and then you go along the ramp, and what you've got to do here is you've got to bring down this box. This crate here, so that drops down, just and the Huggy just comes to here. So you've managed to escape. Now we're going to find the last tape of the game. I couldn't really remember where to go here, so I was kind of guessing, like looking left and right, deciding where I was meant to be going. I wasn't 100% sure. Because it had been such a long time since I actually did this before. So if I had done this again, maybe I could have like shaved off a couple of seconds of time on this. There you go, there's the final tape. You don't go there, you go this way, and that takes you to this cassette tape. And this is the final tape for the final achievement on that. Then we're going to make our way back round, down this rack in here to this door. And then through there, and that will take us down the corridor to a room, and this is nearing the end of the game now. So as you can see, this is the follow-on. You can see this is this part here that's happening now is where you're going to end up coming in through on second chapter, and we go into this room, and this is where we finally meet Poppy. So Poppy's in that cabinet, and you can see her open, and that's it. Pretty much, that's it. Right. Okay. So that is chapter 1 complete. Like as you can see, there was a point in time. To be fair, I actually thought right at the end Huggy was going to get me then, and that's when Huggy, you can see him coming towards me right towards the end because I took the wrong turn in. Luckily, I managed to realise at the last second and managed to go down the right corridor and get away. Total time it took me to do that was 11 minutes and 40 seconds, which is the fastest time I've ever actually completed that game. Like I say, it isn't the hardest one of the Poppy Playtimes. This one's actually quite an easy one to complete. There, I will. If you look back at now, basically I'm going to put timestamps and everything in the video so you can actually see if you want to do it yourself, so you know where everything is. The achievements don't come up because I've already completed the game. I wanted to delete it and then start from scratch, if you know what I mean. So the achievements would come up when I was doing it, but unfortunately I couldn't figure out how to do that. So this is that one there. I would say if you did like the content, if you don't mind liking and subscribing, or put a comment below, let me know how you got on with this as well. I'm going to be jumping on to doing chapter 2 shortly. With the next achievement for me. I do feel like I'm waffling on now a bit, but anyway, so yeah, so let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time you're on. Bye for now.